unquenchable faith in their mission can alter the course of history. This was once said by Mohandas Gandhi. Gandhi was born October 2nd, 1869. He was the last child born in his family. He was born to a mid-wealthy family, which means that he wasn't poor, but he also was not rich either. When Gandhi was 13, he married a girl named Kasturba, who was 10, and now today that seems a little weird, but back then they had arranged marriage, and that's what this was. At the age of 18, Gandhi left the country of India, where he was born, to go study in Germany. He wanted to study to become a lawyer, and the ironic thing about Gandhi wanting to study to become a lawyer is that he did not like that lawyers were so constricted. Gandhi's schooling made him a very thoughtful person. This is where he adopted his thought of Satagara. And Satagara was a political movement based on the methods of nonviolent civil disobedience. Gandhi was also a very simple man. He did not believe in the New Age Western ways. This is why he wove his own clothes and why he only wears a diaper, pretty much. Gandhi was also a man of all religions. He didn't necessarily practice one religion, but he wanted to learn about every single religion. Gandhi is most famous for leading civil rights movements to help India gain their independence. Gandhi not only influenced the people of India, but he also showed a lot of political influence, and he influenced other civil rights movements, and overall shows influence over each and every one of us today. Mahatma Gandhi was one of the most influential people of the 20th century because he proved that peace could persuade better than war. Gandhi had a lot of political influence. He helped India gain their independence. Gandhi was involved in many protests, once including the Salt March. And the Salt March is when the British were applying taxes on salt, and he did not believe in that, so pretty much they just stopped buying salt. Gandhi also led a 21-day fast, and a fast is where you just completely don't eat, and his fast is 21 days. Throughout Gandhi's life, he was thrown in jail multiple times for going against the British government, but that never stopped him. Gandhi very much wanted to be out of British rule. He wanted India to have their own government and be able to stand on their own. He did this by negotiating compromises with the British. And Gandhi not also helped India, but he also wanted the same for Africa, and he traveled there a lot to help the African people. Through his life, Gandhi led many civil rights movements that overall did lead to the independence of India. Not only did Gandhi have much political influence, but he also had persuaded other civil rights movement leaders. Gandhi's tactics of peace protests were adopted by many of the civil rights movement leaders we know today. One as Martin Luther King Jr. He set the way for the modern movements. Martin Luther King was a man who led movements much like Gandhi did. But the only thing different about Martin Luther King was that he wanted to help African Americans in America gain their independence, and Gandhi was with the Indians. But overall, they led movements that were both of peace. He adopted Gandhi's tactics because he peacefully tried to persuade, just as Gandhi had. If Gandhi may not have shown that peace can persuade better than war, I think there could have been a lot more war in the world, because people would not, that would be their first reaction if they wanted something, they'd just go out and try to Lastly, Gandhi did not only politically influence India, influence other social right movements, but he also influenced each and every one of us today. As said in sscnet.usla.edu, if it was not for Gandhi, India may not have had their Independence Day. It might not seem like this would influence you, but anything that goes on in the world has influence over each and every one of us. Like I said, if Gandhi had not proved that peace can persuade just as well as war could, then many other wars might have started in the world, and knowing the U.S., we probably would have gotten involved, which would have caused the U.S. damage in any other place around the world. In conclusion, Gandhi made the world a better place. Gandhi influenced everyone in the world, either directly or indirectly. He still persuaded each and every one of us. He politically influenced all of India by helping them gain their independence. Gandhi led the way for modern peace protests. This caused influence on many civil rights leaders, one, as we know today, is Martin Luther King. Gandhi, all in all, influenced the world, believe it or not, but Gandhi really did prove that peace can persuade better than war, and he is the most influential man of the 20th century.